Today we are in the West End of London, and more specifically Covent Garden and Soho. These neighborhoods really represent the beating heart of London, filled with bustling streets, attractive nightlife districts, amazing dining options, and many cultural amenities. Join me on a journey as we explore everything to do and see in London's most happening neighborhoods.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Project Gaia. Today we are in London in Covent Garden and Soho, right? So this is the heart of London. So this is the busiest section. So you're gonna get the theater district, you get the most crowds. It really is the bustling heart of London. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through London and Covent Garden and all of these areas, and we're gonna show you the best things to do around here. So let's begin.
If you're between the ages of 25 and 35, this should look pretty familiar. I'll give you a clue. Can you tell me how to get to platform 9 3/4? Yes, we are in King's Cross Station. This beautiful train station connects London to points north in England and is an architectural marvel in itself. And of course, you have to check out the section dedicated to that famous platform between worlds. Covent Garden really makes you feel alive. It is bustling, has an amazing buzz about it, and is the epicenter of nightlife, dining, and theater in London. It is a fantastic area to grab dinner before people watching throughout the whole area. Once you've had your fill, or if that famous London rain rolls in, head indoors to Covent Garden's famous arcade, where there are even more entertaining shops, restaurants, and performers. Work off your dinner in the arcade, and then as nightfall comes around, the neighborhood really comes alive.
Okay, so we are now in the main section of Covent Garden. This is called Floral Street. Now, this is an excellent place for nightlife. As you can see, it's very bumping, and I'm here on a Tuesday. So imagine like a Friday or Saturday night. So if you're in London and you want a lively atmosphere, you want a young crowd, a fun crowd, some nightlife, come here to Covent Garden. So the next thing that you have to see in the Covent Garden Soho area is Piccadilly Circus, which is where I'm at now. Now this is like the Times Square of London, right? So you're gonna see, some of the big, electronic billboards, lots of lights, a lot of street performers. So it really is something to see. It's a very lively area, and it's something that is very interesting in this area, so definitely check this out when you're here. And I recommend going at night because obviously the electronic billboards are much more visible.
Piccadilly Circus pulsates with energy and makes you feel like you're in the center of Britain, surrounded by its iconic landmarks, dazzling billboards, red double-decker buses, and glitzy theaters. This central hub of London epitomizes the city's dynamic spirit and invites visitors and locals alike to marvel at the splendor of London's iconic reputation to the rest of the world. Make sure to check out Somerset House. This plaza, surrounded by a neoclassical building that was originally a royal palace, is a great place to rest and chill on your journeys throughout the West End of London. So how would I describe Soho, Covent Garden, and the West End in general? Well, it's busy, ritzy, expensive, happening, and fun. It is a destination that attracts people from all over the world for its unique buzz and liveliness. It's hard to describe as I witness people from all walks of life, ages, socioeconomic statuses, religions, and colors, all trying to get a taste of this lively place. And that's what makes it truly beautiful. So we are now in Soho. This area of London is so
busy. I mean, it really is a nightlife spot. I mean, the buzz in Soho is just something you can't even imagine. I mean, it really feels almost like Midtown Manhattan in New York City, right? There's just people everywhere, all kinds of cultures, poor, rich, tons of restaurant stores, some like big box, name brand ones that that are all over the world, really. But then there's some like cool little unique ones too, and it really has a ton of energy. If you're looking for a nightlife spot, I really recommend here because there's just bars and restaurants everywhere too. So definitely check out Soho. Now, one thing you have to check out when you're in the Soho area is Chinatown, right? And Chinatown is really cool because besides all the amazing and cheap Chinese restaurants, it's completely pedestrianized, so there's no cars in here. So it's one of the few areas in central London that you can walk around without being interrupted by all the bikes and buses and cars and vehicles, right? So I definitely recommend coming here. You can really spend a whole night out here. There's lots of different bars too. It's not just Chinese restaurants. I mean, that's like the majority of it, but it's also like a nightlife and dining hotspot for all kinds of restaurants and all sorts of bars. So definitely check that out when you're here. Okay, the next place you have to check out is Leicester Square, which is where I am now. So this is basically a giant plaza, right? But it has a lot of energy. There's a lot of street performers here and touristy, but there's some good restaurants you can go to, and it's a great place to just hang out and people watch. So definitely check out Leicester Square.
Leicester Square, located in the heart of Covent Garden, is a lively pedestrian-only square filled with street performers and offers the visitor excellent people-watching opportunities. Now, when you're here, you must see the British Museum. Now, the museum is completely free, so London can get very expensive, so this is one of the good bargains here. And there are some of the world's greatest art and artifacts. I mean, this is like one of the world's museums. This is like the Met in New York, the Art Institute of Chicago, or like the Louvre in Paris, right? So this is one of the big world museums that you have to see in your lifetime. Now, the one thing that is most interesting in this museum is the Rosetta Stone. We're gonna see that inside. Now, the Rosetta Stone, if you don't already know, is the artifact that was found that cracked the code that finally decoded Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? And they have an amazing Egyptian section, as well as sections from all over the world. So let's head in. The British Museum is one of the greatest museums in the entire world and offers you the opportunity to step back in time through multiple eras and witness art and artifacts from several civilizations throughout history. Take a look at this wall retrieved from ancient Iran that allows you to see some of the oldest writing found in existence. It utilizes the almost mythological writing style called cuneiform. The history buff will absolutely love this museum, as it contains some of the most precious and rare artifacts, helping archaeologists understand how people in particular areas lived during particular times and what they valued. You don't have to travel all the way to the middle of the Pacific to get a taste of Easter Island. This statue is retrieved from the mythological and fabled island, and its foreboding and mysterious presence makes you wonder who made these, were they of this earth, and why create an island filled with these statues. Make sure you check out the British Museum's famed Egyptian section, and this is the home of the history-changing Rosetta Stone. This was the stone that cracked the code to Egyptian hieroglyphics because they were translated into Greek. This helped archaeologists understand so much more about ancient Egypt because they could now read the writing. Okay guys, this was Covent Garden, Soho, and central London in general. So as you can tell, it's one of London's most busy areas, and it really is somewhere you should see. I mean, it has so much energy, so much life, so much character, and it's a great place to go out and to have dinner, have lunch, and see a bunch of cool sights. Listen guys, if you like this kind of content, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video with your family and friends, and let me know if you have any questions below, or leave me any comments of anything that I may have missed for other travelers. Okay guys, until next time, take care, bye.